Good afternoon. Hello, this is Vakas and Daniel. Today we are going to discuss the problem that refugees have to face in Australia, in particular children. We know that Australia is the destination of choice for many people in seeking embark on a new life in safety. This significant increase the number of asylum seekers in Australia was accompanied by tragedy. A lot of people, including several children, lost their life while attempting to settle in Australia. However, there is an increase in term of population in 2013, and Australian government have decided to impose a new policy, and on 2014 onwards there is a decrease which is affected by the new policies of immigration and refugee system, and Australia will not accept any new refugee on onshore detention centers and sending these refugees to the offshore locations, which actually decrease the total number of refugees. However, there is an impact on the average number of days is spent in detention centers. There was only 100 or 117 days used to spend in 2013 for a refugee inside the detention center before he can or she can resettle in Australia. From 2014, there is a marginal increase, and now this average days reached to 480 days that a refugee have to spend inside the tough condition of a detention center. This also includes the number of children. The majority of children in detention center in Australia are of primary school age. The second large group is that of preschooler, being begin age 2 to 4 years old. Babies also have a big number, 150, which includes 128 babies which also born inside the detention center in Australia. Many of these children detained in Australia move from one detention center to other detention center for a reason which affect the average length of detention centers days that they have to spend inside the detentions, and on average 269 days have primary school children have to spend inside the detention center. The location is quite far from Australia Island, and the Christmas Island, you can see it's far away, and 305 babies there. And there are a reason that these children being moved back to Australia when it's come to the health and other concerns, and they're being moved. They also include the family, which include the mother, which have to go to the delivery process for their babies and move back to Australia for the medical reason, and then move back to Christmas Island or Nero Island accordingly.
And what about the mental health of these children? Of course, detention has a significant negative impact on these children. The most common impact on the emotional health of children are feelings of sadness and crying. Almost all children speak about their anxiety, eating disorders, and bad sleeping in detention. Moreover, many children detained in Australia were moved between different detention centers. Children are moved for many reasons, including access to healthcare or other services that are not available in their current center. However, this affects to the children's mental health too. As we can see on the graph, 62% of children and parents reported that they had been moved at least once. But what's the trend? This graph shows an increase in the number of children in immigration detention facilities in 2013 and 2014. This was due to a rapid increase in irregular maritime arrivals during this period. However, the number of children in immigration detention facilities reduced in September 2013, as immigration policies changed and most children were transferred into the community. This is why the number of children in detention facilities continued to decline during the late 2013 and 2014, with a further reduction in 2015. According to official sources, in 2017, there are less than 5 children in detention. The rest, they are living in the community after being approved for a residence determination. In total, there are around 200 children living in the community. Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull announced that these numbers have to decrease in the near future. So, it seems that child refugee situation in Australia is improving. What do you think?